Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. From Hippocrates, the father of medicine. Hi there, how you going? My name's Cambell, and this is Spiral Up channel, where we talk about practical things we can use in our everyday lives to improve our experiences and get more of what we want. And today I wanted to talk about fractal foods. What are fractal foods? So let's get into it.
So what is a fractal food and what am I talking about? Okay, well at the moment there is a lot going on with health, obviously, and I always find it best to get my information from experts and from well time proved theories. And what we do have that is proved over time is that a good diet is really the best medicine. Lots of fruits, vegetables, and nuts and seeds is pretty much what we need to keep going and to be healthy. And the thing about foods is today we obviously live in an over-processed world where all the foods we get are processed. They're chopped up, broken down, bleached, heated, and basically food in our society is treated like it's just a physical substance, and the way they look at digestion and all this kind of stuff is just as chemicals. And of course, if this was true and everything was fixable by just putting different chemicals back in the body, then everyone would be healthy, because we've been going down this Rockefeller medicine path now for about 100 years, and health is just getting worse. So fractal foods, all foods are fractals. They have fractal shapes in them. They're made up of geometry.
And a fractal it's like a fraction. So if you think of a whirlpool or a tornado, a fractal of that would be like water going down the drain. So it's the same shape, the same geometry, but a smaller version, a fraction of that. So a fractal is like a fraction of the whole that is representing and basically a mirror of the whole. So as far as fractal foods, what I'm saying is that they hold the same geometry in them that we hold in our bodies. So we are on the same fractal level as foods. And of course those fractal shapes can be taken up into bigger and bigger shapes that actually make up the reality that we experience every day.
And we are made up of geometry. And what happens is our system is not, we do have gateways that need different chemicals to open and shut them, but as far as our body system and our health, it's not the chemicals that we need. Chemicals are only good to make you more solid. What we need to be doing is to be feeding our energy body. And to do that, we need to be taking in foods with the right energy and the right energy signatures, which are what fractal foods are. So we have all these foods out there, and one that most people know about is the walnut. And if you look at a walnut, it looks a lot like a human brain. And of course, the shell is in two halves and you can crack it open. And when you do, what you find inside is literally a replica of the human brain in two halves, and it has the corpus callosum in the middle, joining them up. And when you look at what's in a walnut, it's actually got everything, all the vitamins and oils and everything that your brain needs. And this is a common theme. This used to be studied by herbalists and people in medicine, but it's been lost. So we have many other things. We have a tomato, which is red and has 4 chambers in it. It's about the size of your heart, a traditional tomato, and it's very good for your heart. Grapes. We have grapes. We have white grapes and we have red grapes. We have white blood cells and we have red blood cells. Grapes are very good for your blood. We have other obvious things like kidney beans are good for your kidneys. Carrots, when you get a carrot, I mean, we all know, right? The old saying was, carrots will help you see in the dark. Carrots are very good for your vision. And if you get a carrot and you cut it and look at it, you'll see the cross section looks just like an eye. So this is fractal foods. We have foods that actually look like the body parts that they will help, but it's also on a deeper level, it's to do with the geometry in these foods and how they link into our body to keep things running properly on an energetic level. So another one is the sweet potato. The sweet potato looks like the pancreas and is very good for your pancreas. And of course, the apple. Now, the apple, we have the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, when you get an apple and you cut it vertically, the shape that you'll see is the shape of a human aura, the torus field that goes around our body. And when you cut an apple horizontally, you'll see inside the 5-pointed star, which of course is the shape of man and or woman. And so the apple is good for your whole body. We also have things like figs, which grow in pairs and are full of tiny seeds. And yes, they are good for male reproduction. And of course, bananas. Enough said about that, I think. For the ladies, we have citrus fruits are very good for breasts and have been shown to reduce and even cure breast cancers, things like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. Celery. Celery looks like a bone, snaps like a bone, and it's actually full of the things that we need to have strong, healthy bones. And of course, there are many others, and we have names, things like a head of lettuce, a head of cauliflower. And of course, they are very good for your head and your brain. Look at a cauliflower, it looks like a brain. Same with broccoli. So yeah, out there in the world that we live in, we're told that it's all about, chemicals and injecting things and having pills and being able to fix things now. It's the have it now, pay for it later kind of attitude that we've been brought up with. But that doesn't work. What works is long-term plans and a long-term diet that will actually benefit you in the long run. And with everything, it's all to do with fuel. It's like if you had a good, race car that ran on avgas and you went and put just normal petrol in it, obviously you would not be getting the same performance out of that car. And it's the same with humans. If we put the wrong fuel in, we're not going to get, the potential out of ourselves and out of our body. And as years go by and we continue to put the wrong fuel in, we just continue to go down and break down and break down. And this is where dis-ease comes in. When the body gets to dis-ease, we start to see problems. And we know it's been proven in many, many medical papers and also just through history. This is how they talk about health. It's all foods and foods, herbs, fruits, vegetables. This is how they used to cure people. And it used to work. But now we seem to be on a different path and people are just getting sicker all the time. We've got a cancer foundation which has been around for, I think it's about 50 years now, and every year there's more cancer, not less. So, that is the proof that the modern system is not going in the right way and it's not teaching us the right things. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say is this is all about taking responsibility. Life is about taking responsibility and growing up so that we can make our own decisions and then start to make better decisions so that we can grow, so that we can get more perspective. It's like climbing a mountain. It's, the higher you go, the further you can see. So nutrition and looking after ourselves and our bodies is a personal thing. It's not something that can be run by the state or by anyone. We always have choice for our own bodies. And so I would say, make good choices. Have a look. If you have problems with your bones, if you've got weak bones, look into things like celery, look into what foods are good. walnuts are great, for your mind, to keep yourself alert and active. An apple a day, of course, keeps the doctor away. So, little things like these, when they become habits and they become a daily habit that we do every day, they make a huge, huge difference over time. It's the little things that we do daily that make the biggest difference over time. And it really is. It's little things like having an apple every day, making sure you have, nuts and seeds and fruits and vegetables every day to keep your body machine healthy. All right, guys. So yeah, I hope that made a bit of sense. It's definitely something that I would recommend you do some research into, because obviously, there's a big what they call alternative health scene out there, and these people are getting really good results. So if you are having health problems, I would definitely would recommend you look into it. If there is anything specific, I'm not a healer at the moment. But leave a comment. I know lots of people, and I might be able to steer you in the right direction. So thanks for spending some time with me, guys. Make sure you do look after yourself and your body, because you do have greatness inside you, and this greatness is needed by the world at this point in time more than ever. Thanks for spending some time with me. Love you all, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye for now.